everyone. So we're done already with the 17th century of French literature. And here we have Madame de la Fatigue of La Princesse de Cleves. So here we do have also already at the late 17th century to 18th century, the French Enlightenment, wherein there is an age of reason already, wherein there is a rationalism, wherein the appeal to human reason is obtaining knowledge. So since there are lots of intellectual already, so therefore there is a concentration of intellectual talent already to look into the French Enlightenment. So reasoning is already present, and social and political institutions came under question and attack. So here we have prayer, bail, and there is a dictionary, historic and critic already of historical and critical dictionary, and foreshadowed already the aggressive strategy of religious and social criticism. Here, the great French nationalist of the Enlightenment, Francois Marie Arouet, produced some of the most powerful and influential political and philosophical writing in his Western history. So here we have also Francois Marie Arouet, Voltaire, the French Enlightenment writer, historian, and philosopher, which is famous for his attacks on the established of Catholic Church and Christianity. Voltaire is also remembered with the following tales of Zadig, Candide, letters concerning the English nation, and then Essai sur les mouets et les spirit des nations. And this is an anthropological organized comparative history of national characteristics that has the centerpiece of lifelong battle against intolerance and injustice and obscurantism. We have also Jean-Jacques Rousseau, a composer, and I know you're very familiar with Jean-Jacques Rousseau, which is about from the art and also from the as a philosopher. So he talks about political and modern political and educational thought. From Rousseau's novel Emily or On Education, he really emphasized that the education or the treatise of the education is in the whole person as a citizen. We have also Julie La Nouvelle Les Heloise, Rousseau and Confession of 1781. So if we're going to be looking at it, they are having the romanticism and also more of developing romantic taste and public display of the inner self. We have also Denis Diderot, the according to him, the biggest weapon leveled against prejudice and traditional authorities. Here also for the French Enlightenment, we have poetry, wherein this talks about already the rational analysis. And also we have André Chenier. This is more of execution of terror as an importance of influence on the early Romantic school. 19th century, we have the dynamic period of French history and the rise of democracy. So Romanticism, Realism, Naturalism, and Parnasianism and Symbolism are the birth of the modern at the 19th century. So Romanticism, we have already talked about this one, that this is emphasizing on the emotion and individualism. On the other hand, it's when you talk about realism, this is more of depicting contemporary life and society. So these are they are the examples of realism. Next one is the naturalism. Naturalism is more of the portrayal of the expression and frequently disparagingly of characterized authors that talks about human being as a forces of heredity and environment. So we have also Parnasism. Parnasism is about the faultless workmanship of exotic and classical subject that they were treated rigidity of form and emotional detachment. Symbolism naman is about more of believing of art that representing representative of truth, which were described indirectly. So they are well known for symbolism. writers, and literary works. So at the 20th century, we have already Marxism and feudalism. So they are complete with surrealism, existentialism, and symbolism. So when we talk about surrealism, this is more of psychic automatism that talks about the functions of thought. So if you have the what do you call that, the surrealism, it feels there is what you call that kind of surreality. So surreality is about the bypass of reasoning and rationality, wherein the talks about unconscious mind and conscious thought. Existentialism is about something that exists. So this is a philosophical system that all centered to what exists in the present time. So they are the well-known existentialists. So here also the new novel or nouveau roman, like Alain Robbe-Grillet rejected many of the established features of the novel today. So he talks about and regarded earlier novelists as old-fashioned, and therefore they try to put forward on a theory as that focus on the object, since he is an existentialist. So that would be all for the French literature. So just remember about the philosophical, philosophical view that they try to, they are being influenced in the type of writing that they are presenting. So that would be all, everyone, for French literature.